Israel's plan for a massive new illegal settlement in northern occupied East Jerusalem called Atarot is reigniting anger among Palestinians and drawing international condemnation. The proposed illegal settlement will include thousands of housing units, commercial spaces, and hotels. If built, it would become the first major illegal Israeli settlement project in this sensitive area in years.
It is surrounded by Palestinian dense communities, and we think in BIMCOM that this area should be a Palestinian neighborhood. If at all this area is for development and housing, it should serve the Palestinians that lost a lot of their lands.
Palestinians say it's another attempt to block their urban growth. And since 1967, when Israel occupied East Jerusalem, no new Palestinian neighborhood has been built here. Cohen Bar says the Israeli government is advancing this plan while international attention is fixed on Gaza.
The war was good time to, like the violence, the settlers' violence in the West Bank. Here in Jerusalem, it is a state violence against Palestinians, taking the land from them and building a lot of settlements.
Palestinians argue the new illegal Israeli settlement isolates their communities and breaks the territorial continuity of occupied East Jerusalem.
The construction in this area has three strategic objectives for the future Israeli vision of Jerusalem. First, to resolve the Jerusalem issue and establish an airport there. Second, to create a massive settlement block in this northern region, separating Palestinian residential areas and communities from Israeli ones. And third, to effect demographic change in favor of Israel.
Since then, successive governments have tried to permanently cement Israeli control over the land, in part by declaring Swas as state lands, which prevents private Palestinian ownership.
All of this is so that when the day comes to establish any Palestinian state, it will be impossible. At the same time, it has applied two laws. Israeli law applies to the settlers in Israel, and the military law of assembly applies to the Palestinians. Therefore, what is happening now inside the West Bank is an annexation process, but without any official declaration. It only needs a process of legitimizing this annexation.
The approval of new settlements by Benjamin Netanyahu's far-right government represents a further implementation of its long-standing goal to annex the occupied Palestinian territory. Behind me is the old Qalandia airport, land Palestinians say should serve their own housing needs, not a new Israeli settlement. For them, Atarot is more than a construction plan. It's another step toward reshaping occupied East Jerusalem's map. Mohammad Al-Kassim, TRT World, occupied East Jerusalem.